Heather here from Adventures in Everyday Cooking. Today we are going to do gluten-free apple fritters in the air fryer. Oh yes, the air fryer. So I hope you'll stick around and see how they turn out because frankly, they're downright good. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to cut up our apples. 1 apple is equal to about 1 cup of chopped apple. So you really just need 1 Granny Smith apple for this recipe. So I usually take the core out just like that when I'm chopping, and then I'll put that into my compost bowl. So I just cut kind of sideways next to the core. My compost will be super excited about apple. All right, and then what I do, I always say we. Did anybody else notice I always say we? It's me, myself, and I. We're here a lot together. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make slices. So try to make as even of slices as you can in your apple. So kind of like that. So even slices. And then we're gonna turn them over in probably sections of 2. And we're gonna make slices again. Like this. Okay? And then we're gonna chop. And now I have nice, even apple slice apple chops, chopped apples, whatever. So it is Tuesday today, and Tuesdays are Taco Tuesdays, but I decided to forego taco making. Actually, that's not true. We're having tacos tonight. It's my daughter's birthday, but we're making apple fritters too because I love donuts. You know that every time I eat a donut, I have warm and happy fuzzy feelings. So if I can make a donut be less than 1,000 calories, then I'm gonna call that a win. And when you fry stuff, okay, frying is a beautiful, wonderful, awesome thing. It really is. But it does add quite a number of calories to your diet. So when I got my air fryer, I was actually super excited about being able to make things just a little healthier. I mean, it still uses a little bit of oil, but really, we're talking a tablespoon of oil compared to 2 cups of oil. So then I thought, surely I can try this in the air fryer. And then I started to Google recipes, and I see that they can make cookies in the air fryer. So why can't I make an apple fritter? So here we go. We're gonna try. We are gonna make it happen. We'll see how it happens. I'm only gonna do 1 in the air fryer, and then if it doesn't turn out, I'll go ahead and fry them in the pan. But you'll be here. You'll see. I don't know if this is gonna turn out. Your guess is as good as mine. It'll be an adventure, that's for sure. But that's why I do this, because I love experimenting in the kitchen, and I love making food that people love. And my daughter, as I mentioned, it's her birthday today, and she wants an apple fritter. And she is both dairy-free and gluten-free when she can help it. So it's much easier this day and age to be gluten-free and dairy-free, but sometimes it's just not an option to not have a little bit dairy or gluten in your diet. When you're me though, you really have to just not have it if it has gluten, because otherwise my belly is not a happy camper. My allergies tend to sit in my muscles. And so I'll wake up the next day after having something with gluten, and it will seriously be like I just got hit by a train. It's awful. here we have our chopped apple. All right, we'll just put them all in a measuring cup, and we're gonna need about 2 cups of apples, and that's equal to about 2 apples. So let's set those over here. All right, this recipe is so very easy. It takes 5 minutes to throw together and 10 minutes in your air fryer. Oh, before I forget, let's put our foil in the air fryer. And the reason you want to put the foil in the air fryer is because the basket for the air fryer, the batter will just fall down inside the basket. And you want to do it like this because otherwise the foil flies around all over the place. So I've taken a piece of foil and I folded it into thirds. And then I'm just going to lay it over the top like so. See that? And then I'm gonna spray it with some cooking spray. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and drop it back down into our fryer basket and nestle it pretty far down in, all the way down in there. Let's push it, and then there you have it. So it just looks like that. And we'll stick it in there. We're not gonna quite warm it up yet because it warms up so quickly. I don't wanna stand here and sweat. Next, we're gonna combine the dry ingredients. We have 2 cups of 1-to-1 Bob's Red Mill flour. Let's put that in a bowl. And then we have 1/2 cup of sugar. We have 1 1/2 teaspoons of Himalayan pink sea salt. We have 3 teaspoons of baking powder. We have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And we're just gonna stir that all together here. We're practically already almost done with these fritters. Seriously, so easy. All right, next we're going to put 2 eggs in our wet bowl. Note to self, that one needs to go into the laundry. Bink. All right, and 2/3 of a cup of oat milk. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. All right, let's just give that a little stir. All right, at this point, we're gonna go ahead and get our air fryer started. All right, and I'm gonna put my air fryer on 350 and push go. And then as soon as it's warmed up, which takes about 3 minutes, we'll be ready to put it in. All right, so now I'm going to mix the wet into the dry. We're gonna mix this until it's nice and smooth. And that really only takes just a minute. Oh, fan down. Kind of like peanut butter. All right, once it's smooth, we are going to add in our 2 cups of Granny Smith apples. And now it's done. Let me clean up a little bit. All right, next part, super easy, but you must be patient. We are going to scoop out one at a time into our air fryer. And when we scoop it out, we kind of have to move quickly. So I'll move the fryer close to the close-up camera so you can see what I'm doing. But basically, we are going to scoop out the batter, put it on the foil, spread it out, and push it in for 5 minutes. When 5 minutes is up, we are going to turn it over and then let it go for another 5 minutes. So here we go. So we put the batter right in, flatten it as best as you can. And then we're just gonna put it right in and set the timer for 5 minutes. There we go. And in 5 minutes, we will turn it over. All right, in the meantime, we're gonna make our glaze. So what I have back here is 1 cup of powdered sugar and 1 teaspoon of oat milk. I'm using oat milk because my daughter, it's her birthday today, and she is allergic to milk. So I'm using oat milk, but really you can use regular milk or any almond milk if you'd like, whatever works for you. I also know that this recipe works really well with coconut flour, not coconut flour, sorry, coconut sugar. But it has a very strong coconut sugar taste. Not that this, yes, but also this. So you could put coconut sugar instead of white sugar in that, and coconut sugar and a little bit of arrowroot in this, and it works just fine, but we prefer real sugar. All right, so this is my magic bullet, so I'm just gonna make my glaze in here. All right, and when it looks like glaze, it is done. Oh yeah, so nice, smooth glaze. See that? All right, look at that. When it coats the back of a spatula, you know that's going to be a nice glaze. All right, it's been 5 minutes, and it's time for us to flip over our fritter. So just get a little spatula and try to work as fast as you can. Flip that bad boy over. Get it back in the air fryer. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. We wait and wait. Patiently, of course, while we have coffee. Should do up the dishes while I'm waiting. But that's why I had kids. Right? Am I wrong? Yeah. All right, 5 more minutes is up. And now we're going to check the doneness. Looks done. All right. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put another one in very quickly. Then right in the center. Spread it around. Nice big apple fritter, because we know apple fritters are known for being huge. Stick it back in for 5 minutes and 5 more minutes. All right, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, we're gonna take some glaze. I have my basting brush here. We're gonna take some glaze, and we are just going to glaze it while it's warm. Just glaze one side because you don't want too much sugar. All right, there you have it. A gluten-free apple fritter. Let's cut into it so you can see the inside. Look at that. Does that look delicious? It is so delicious. Let's see here. Oh man. That is so good. It's so good. You gluten-free people, this is a recipe you have to save. You have to make it at least once. But since I know that some of you don't have air fryers, I've decided to show you how to fry it on the stove. But first, I'm gonna have another piece of this apple fritter. Onto the stove, we are going to put an inch of coconut oil, and we're gonna turn on the stove to medium and wait for it to get really hot so that we can fry our fritters. In the meantime, I'm going to get a plate and paper towels ready to go so that when I take them out of the oil, I can drain them. Okay, to check to see if the oil is ready, we're gonna drip just one drip of water, and it needs to pop. But be very careful. I think it's, whoops, that was a big drip. But as you can see, looks like it's ready. So let's get this started. So I'm gonna take a scoop of our apple fritter and I'm gonna put it right in. That apple was crunchy. I'm gonna go ahead and unstick it from the bottom right away. There we go. That way it can float. It smells so strongly of oil in here. It's almost like nauseating. Time to flip over. Oh, look at the beautiful color on that one. That one almost looks a little bit more like an apple fritter because it's like kind of separated itself. You know how you can pick off that piece and nom nom. But again, just the amount of oil that's there, it's a bit disconcerting to me. All right, apple fritter number 2 in the fryer. It'll be done in just about 3 minutes. And Heather is going to be done with this in just about a minute. Oh, looking good. I'm a little worried about the inside being cooked. So I should probably, well, maybe that's why there's holes in it. Maybe the oil goes up through. I don't know. I don't oil fry very often because I get a little weirded out about oil. All right. Whoa, that one got a little crispy. While that one's finishing up over there, let's glaze one of our fried donuts while it's still warm so it can look beautiful once it's all melted. Yeah, it looks great. Obviously different in size, but I don't judge. So check those out. So those are very different than that. These are very fried. But the crispy factor is nothing to balk at. Like, the fact that that one is so crispy, oh, I don't know, it just tastes like oil. You can't taste much of the batter through it. We'll see. We'll see. That's the burnt one. Move that one to the, still they got browner as they went. This one looks much more like an apple fritter with the little sections of but you can just see the oil on it. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let's glaze that thing. Alright. There we go. So let's move that off of the paper and onto our plate. The 3 fried ones. They definitely look like donuts now. This looks like a donut. However, with just a little draining, that's a lot of oil. Do you see that? It's a lot of oil. Oh, even left oil on the board. Oy vey. I'm not against oil, but it's a lot of oil. All right. Comparatively, these look like donuts. This looks like a loose-based attempt at a donut, but the amount of oil that are in these is 0. And the amount of oil that is in these 3 is quite a bit. But how are they going to taste? And for those of you wondering about child labor, I did the dishes myself. I'm not happy. But time's up. Time to get it out of the fryer. All right. Whoa, hot. That one got a little crispy. I kind of forgot about it while I was getting lunch ready. All right, so let's glaze it, and there we have it. So we have, on the right here, is our fried, and on the left is our air fried. Let's see what the end result is. I'll grab a knife and I'll just cut off a piece right here. Oh. Well, it's definitely crispier, more like a donut. But like I was mentioning, the oil is just coating my mouth. So I think I prefer the air fried donuts. So the verdict is I prefer air fried. So if you have an air fryer, it's time for you to adventure out and make some baked goods in it. Shoot, make some donuts. All right, well, thanks you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Adventures in Everyday Cooking. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe.